Hey everyone, we are here at the Expo Hall at Team 24 Europe, and we are here with Decadis, and we are so excited to have you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, do you mind introducing yourself and giving us a little context?
Of course. My name is Barbara. I've been with Decadis for 3 years, and at the moment I'm a product owner for one of our apps, which is Admin Toolbox.
Beautiful. Do you mind giving us a little context about what your app does, your favorite features?
Yes, of course. So Admin Toolbox is basically, we call it the Swiss Army knife for admins, right? So it's a DC-only app, but the main purpose is to smooth out the administration experience in Jira in just a lot of different areas. So it's really a toolbox with a lot of small helpers in the box that help you save time with bulk actions and better experience, better UI, UX throughout the whole administration.
Awesome. Do you mind giving us a live demo, kind of showing us how those features work?
Of course, of course.
Awesome.
So, as I said, it's basically integrates with the Jira administration. And one of the features that we have, which we will first use, is like the configuration quick search that can get you anywhere in the administration, which basically lets you search through everything at the same time, through custom fields, workflows, etc. And if we go here, for example, look for demo, then we see it lists our schemes, our projects, our screen schemes, our statuses, our workflows, etc. So I can go to any of that directly by clicking in this configuration quick search, and then I get to the configuration page and I get my filters, which the filters here are also like a feature of Admin Toolbox that is added to a lot of administration pages, filtered down to exactly what I was looking for. So instead of going to the administration, going to the workflow page, scrolling down or searching through the page manually to find what you're looking for, you just choose the configuration quick search to get anywhere with just one click instead of 3 or 5. So it just saves you seconds every day. And then when looking at workflows in particular, we just have a whole bunch of UI and UX experience improvements for the workflow editing process, because we know that workflows are like the core of Jira, right? There's like a lot of information there, but they're also very complex to handle. So we improved the UI, for example, in here, the text view, instead of the original view, where it's sometimes hard to know which transitions relate to which statuses, right? We have this improved view where you can much better see which transition leads to which process. You have like a bit more organized view on everything. You also have to create transition there. And if we go into one of the transitions, we have some more features that are about working with editing your workflows. So one thing that we have, if you work with a little bit more complex workflow apps, for example, Jira Workflow Toolbox from us, you might configure something for one team, maybe a more complex approval process, and then another team says, hey, that's cool, we want that as well. Can you do that for us as well? But they're using a completely different workflow, so you would have to rebuild it all from scratch. And of course, no one wants to do that. That's a lot of work, and in the end you will do like a small error somewhere or something like that. So what you can do with the Admin Toolbox, you can basically take any other workflow, select any transition, and get shown all the post functions that you have there, and just with a single click, copy one over to the workflow you're currently working on. So there is, for example, this approval process, I want to take it over, so I use this update field, I copied it over to my workflow, and now it's here at the end with all the complex configuration within. And it doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be Jira Workflow Toolbox, it works with any post function from any app. It just copies the whole configuration over, and you can also use easy drag and drop sorting if the order of post function, for example, is relevant for you. So that's, of course, much more safe to do, much less errors will happen if you reuse your configurations in that way, instead of manually like recreating this in a different workflow. And this works for single post functions, single conditions and validators, but it also, we have this copy feature also for like whole transitions. So instead of just copying this one bit of the approved transition, I could also say, hey, I actually want to use the whole approved transition, and I want it in this workflow when going from to do to and progress And then I can say, okay, I want to actually take everything with me, just copy the whole transition for me, and then it actually goes. And here we have it from to do to in progress. We have the whole transition moved over, and inside are all the complicated post functions that we maybe already configured for a different team. So that's just a small part of how working with workflows, which can be really complex sometimes, much easier and much more time-saving with the Admin Toolbox. And as I said, this is just one tool from the toolbox, but all of them are geared towards just making your life easier and faster. There are the search and the filters that I teased a little bit at the beginning. There is this improved workflow management. There's also bulk editing for projects with users, roles, versions. We can do it for multiple projects at once. There's drag and drop sorting, like for the post functions, and a lot of other spaces where it makes sense. For example, custom field options. There's a user switcher for troubleshooting. There's a workflow report where you can see your app usage and your workflows. And there's a customizable navigation menu called Project Shuttle. So lots of tools in this toolbox to help you save time.
Thank you so much for sharing the insight. I really appreciate it. We'll go ahead and send a link as well so people know where they can start a free trial or book a demo if they want to see some more of these additional features in action. So,
thank you.
Yeah, thanks for being here, and I'm looking forward to a great event.
Yeah, we're looking forward as well. We just started, so we're looking forward to connecting to a lot of partners and customers. And we're very excited to see what team will bring for us.
Absolutely. Well, thank you,
Thank
Barbara.
you.